What's up, everybody? It is 30 Case from the Wrestle Cave Podcast Network. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Wrestle Cave Podcast, and subscribe because you can find a couple exclusive, that's right, I said exclusive episodes of our YouTube only series, Independent Education, as well as our YouTube only series, The Six Pack, with me, your host, 30 Case. So crack a cold one open with me and go to our YouTube, hit subscribe.
Live from the 215, this is Wrestle Cave Podcast, episode 47. I am your host, Ace Porter, here with my tag team partner of the entire fucking world, Casey, 30 Case. What's going on, brother? How you been, man? You good?
I'm good. I'm back.
As you know, we are back, and we're doing everything in our power to make it happen with schedules and children and families and wives and etc. But we are here. We here, bro.
How's it feel? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You told me that the weather was good. Casey came in here with a Bruiserweight or a British Strong Style shirt with shorts on, and I'm down here with a Wrestle Cave hoodie. I feel overdressed.
I told him he'd be sweating if he walked outside right now.
Yeah.
It's like almost 70 degrees outside.
Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Beautiful day, so we got to get outside after this.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Where we starting at, Kay? I know you got some, 10-page notes and everything like that.
I got lots of notes. Well, first of all, you held it down with the review of Fastlane, so if you didn't check that out and if you're looking for that here, there will be no Fastlane review here because Ace already covered that. So you go back and listen to that one and then come back and listen to Raw. We're going to cover Raw, we're going to cover SmackDown, a little NXT, and then, some random news and notes and some coverage of some other stuff happening this weekend.
And you just dropped another episode as well.
Yeah, I just dropped the latest six pack over there on the YouTube,
which
channel.
Is always good.
Doing it, trying to do it live every now and then. Going to experiment with a little bit of live stuff over on our YouTube channel. So that's why it is very important to subscribe over there because we'll be trying to run stuff live here and there, and probably in the future soon be doing some live podcast episodes as well. But if you want, let's jump right into it. Let's jump into Monday Night Raw. So Raw opens with the Shield making their way to the ring and the crowd's chanting, Shield, Shield. Roman talks about life being short, life's not guaranteed. Fastlane was the last time the Shield ever going to be together, and he has no regrets. He talks about how we're on the road to WrestleMania, Ace. We're on the road to WrestleMania. And he wishes Dean the best on his life after WWE and whatever the heck that is. Do you know? Because I don't know. We were just talking about that.
The element of not knowing is kind of intriguing.
Exactly.
So for Dean, I think it's a good thing because we seen so many fuck ups basically, when it came to his character, and
but it's good to see like I was saying with you, at least there's something here, whether it's true or whether he's leaving or it's not. At least there's something,
Yeah,
and we are guessing.
But that promo makes sense, and with all that's going on, and if they're using what's going on in real life, I feel like that's dope. Anytime that you incorporate what's going on in real life into like storylines is always going to be interesting. I'm curious to see if, I think probably the last time we see them, I think they're going to all, they're going to make sure that Seth wins the title. I think because that's what the Shield was basically about. They were supposed to protect champions and stuff like that. So this would be a good way to, if this is Dean's last particular thing, it would be it would be a good way.
And I mean, Roman basically even said that. I mean, he turned to Seth right after and he said Seth is going to slay the beast. He's going to bring the Universal title back where it belongs. And then the crowd all started chanting, burn it down. Then they all hugged and did the Shield fist bump, and then Dean and Roman left, which what we talked about before, where it's like, who's the top guy? I mean, obviously Seth right now. I mean, Seth was in the ring by himself now.
I like that. I like the little subtle touches of that. Yeah, he doesn't need, y'all. He's been, because before
he can handle his business now.
They painted him as this terrible, heel that needs help all the time. So yeah, it's great to see like it go full circle, because you don't get to see that. You don't get to see like different reigns for one particular character like that. It's like once they get the belt, they get shot to the title, they get the belt, and then they have a bullshit reign, and then they probably don't get any more chances. So to see that, it just shows that they still are invested in him after like the injuries and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
so it was. I mean, it's great for me.
Yeah, and then he's out there, like you said, he's by himself right now, so he's even standing out there, and like he doesn't even really get anything out of his mouth before Paul Heyman comes out, and Paul does his usual shtick and Seth gives us a little recap, or I'm sorry, he gives Seth a recap of who Brock is and who Brock has beaten since he's been the Universal Champion, Goldberg, Braun, Samoa Joe, but then Seth reminds Paul of the people that he has struggled with, AJ, Finn, Daniel Bryan, and how they're all a little bit similar size to Seth. But the difference is that Seth is ready. He's Seth freaking Rollins. But Heyman counteracts this and says the only reason that that Brock had struggles with him is because he didn't have enough time to prepare. He had 5 days, 6 days, 12 days, as he said, for Finn, Daniel Bryan, and AJ. He was supposed to fight Jinder the one time, so he would have dominated Jinder and all that. And Seth says only one man can slay the beast, and it's him. It's Seth freaking Rollins. And then right after a video package of Brock Lesnar that Paul shows us, Shelton Benjamin comes out, of all people, and starts suplexing. I mean, it makes sense. They used to be, where were they, Minnesota. They debuted as a tag team for one. They were the Minnesota Stretching Crew, I want to say, because when they came in together on WWE, I want to say that was their name. But yeah, he comes out, was delivering German suplexes all over the place. What'd you think about that whole little first opening segment?
I feel like I like the angle. I like when they utilize talent. It was very random, but it was dope. At the end of the day, they had a good match, and I'm kind of over Paul Heyman because all his promos just seem like the same story, same song, same dance. But yeah, as long as they're utilizing talent, I don't have a problem with them utilizing talent, and obviously Shelton can go.
Yeah, I mean, we came back from the break and had the Seth Rollins versus Shelton Benjamin match. I mean, it was a solid match, nothing crazy, but it was a good match. I mean, Shelton for a little while had the upper hand at the beginning, and then towards the end, Shelton was hitting some German suplexes. It looked like Shelton was going to go for an F5, but then Seth countered and hit Shelton with the stomp and got the win.
Very good match, very good showing for Shelton Benjamin. Good for television.
Yeah, and then after the match, you saw Finn kind of come out as Seth was leaving and look at each other, and they shook hands, possibly signs of things to come, maybe. After Seth wins that championship, we'll get a little rematch of previous Universal Championship. What you think about that? That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's a little foreshadowing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, especially after this next segment we got, the Intercontinental title match.
I was about to, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I thought when they put the title on Finn, he was going to get it. He was going to get a run.
They got something planned for him.
I'm interested to see where that goes, because I thought that he was going to have the run, but they gave it back to Bobby. Now, I'm all for that if they're going to keep the Bobby and Leo thing going. I don't want to see Bobby anywhere near Baron Corbin. I don't want to see Drew either.
I think that's why we're getting this, because they clearly realized, because they put them away from each other for a week and put them right back together again with Leo Rush. So if they don't see that him without Leo Rush is not as good as him with Leo Rush, then they have a problem. I think they have realized that. I think that's why they put the title back on him and gave him Leo Rush again. I mean, it was a good match, I think. I mean, it's not like one of those typical matches you're going to see where it's just the same crap over and over again. Yes, I mean, Finn and Bobby's moveset is limited, but we saw Finn go for a springboard, which you don't see, like, at the end of the match, and then Bobby speared him at the end. Like, you don't see a lot of those moves from Finn, and that ended up costing him, actually. I mean, what really cost him was Leo, like, grabbing the ring bell and hitting it and distracted him. But, I mean, you saw Finn try something that he doesn't usually do, which is, like, a springboard type move. And, like, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen him do that in WWE. I know he's done it before, but not in WWE. So, like, this type of Finn, never seen that. So he kind of went out of character a little bit. Maybe that was something that cost him,
Yeah, I just want whatever goal for him to be, for it to, plan out with the title on him and then off him. He could have Leo and Bobby together is Leo and Bobby together. Their money together. I don't think you need a belt for that. You know what I mean? It's so. I don't know. They're probably gonna put him back into the red belt picture. I'm guessing.
That's what I.
You know what I mean?
If they want to actually do something in WWE, they should have him in that picture.
But with Seth being champion and slaying a beast, I think he would held it for some time. So I don't really want to see him.
He can hold it for some time. Finn don't have to win it right away.
I just prefer him being booked as a strong IC champion rather than go to the top and then not win it and it be same scenario. Keep losing the big one. You know what I mean?
Well, how do you know that's what's going to happen? You don't know.
I think that they would keep the
That's
belt on
what's
Seth
the
for a while.
problem. Everybody's like, oh, he lost already, and now what? Well, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
Every time I wait and see Casey, he keeps fucking losing. Like it is like, I want to see
He
him.
just had the title. He didn't. We just won the title. And then he lost.
And
He
he
won.
lost it.
All right, but he won it though.
Yeah,
But he won it.
Does it matter if you lose it right back? Does it really? Is
He
it just
won. He's got it on the record. He's an Intercontinental Champion. So yeah, it does matter. It counts just as much as Jinder being WWE Champion counts. He was a champ.
But he had a reign. I want him to have a reign.
He had a reign.
I want
a couple weeks.
I want to have a reign, which he never really had a reign other than NXT. But no, I'm not against. Like I said, like I just it's always not necessarily what they do, just how they do it to me. But whatever. We'll see.
Well, then let me ask you this: what does this mean for Mania? Who's Bobby gonna face? Is it still Finn or is it somebody else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who's Finn gonna face otherwise? Who's Bobby gonna face otherwise?
I have no idea.
Exactly. That's why I feel like you might get another match between these ones.
If so, it'd probably be the Demon, I guess, at Mania.
At least the Demon on Bobby Lashley.
He's getting his ass whooped. So I mean,
getting his ass whooped. He beat the two of them. So that for me, he beat him 2-on-1. He don't need the Demon. He beat two guys by himself. Why do I need to bring the Demon out to beat one guy?
Because has he pinned Bobby?
He didn't pin Bobby, but he still won the championship against two guys.
But Leo's not going to be.
That's my point.
Leo's not going to be.
It looks weak to me if you're going to bring out the Demon for Bobby Lashley after you beat two people. I get what you're saying. He hasn't pinned Lashley.
Yeah.
Which I get that, but like you really, I don't know. If he didn't bring the Demon out for Lesnar for the Universal Championship, and you're gonna bring out the Demon for Bobby Lashley,
that's because he's gonna beat Bobby Lashley. He wasn't beating Lesnar, so I understood why.
You understand my?
No, I understand.
For me, the Demon thing anyway is.
You don't give a fuck about it.
I don't care.
Oh, that sucks.
I liked it in NXT, but
that sucks.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Damn, you lost faith in the Demon?
I didn't say I lost faith in it.
You just don't give a shit. At
this point, no, I do not.
Because you're only going to see him at SummerSlam.
Am I though?
Shit. That's the last two times we see him.
Look, I will be at WrestleMania, and I will mark out if he is the Demon, but I don't ultimately care if he's not the Demon. I'm not going to be upset by it. Yeah. That I know a lot of people will be. I don't care.
Yeah,
and I haven't been upset that he hasn't been the Demon to this point.
I'm at the point where I don't
like a lot of other
really
people
care.
are.
I'm at the point where I really don't.
That's where I'm at. I'm not saying I don't care about it. I'm just not upset that he hasn't been the Demon because it doesn't really do it. Yeah. Either way, for me, it doesn't really do much. Because they never explained it when he got we talked about it. They never explained it when they brought him up on the main roster. So for them, I don't see a point in him doing it. Yeah. Because there's no point to it because they never explained it properly in the main roster.
Yeah, they tried, but
it was lame and it made no sense. In NXT, it made sense, and I loved it in NXT.
Yeah.
But now I don't care for it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But, I mean, I don't really see who else he's going to face, either of these guys, unless they do something drastic over the next 3 weeks. But right now, I don't see it being anything other than these guys again. I don't know. After this, we did get Baron Corbin backstage. This is something I'm tired of them. This is probably like the third week in a row, pretty much since Roman's been back, that they've been bringing up the cancer thing with how Baron was talking about it. And they flashed out. Baron said life goes on, and professionally, he hoped Roman comes back, doesn't come back to Raw and all that. And he owns up to it and says he's not worried about people's feelings. He wanted Reigns gone. and that he. And then he said that overcoming the disease had to have taken its toll on Roman Reigns. And he says he's been carrying Raw ever since Roman left, and tonight he's gonna. I did like this line though that he ended with, "House train the big dog." I did like that line from Baron Corbin. That was about the only thing I liked, because I'm kind of tired of. They're gonna. It's not going anywhere though. Unfortunately, they're gonna keep bringing up the cancer thing and the leukemia thing. It's just cheap, and I think it's cheap and doesn't really do anything for me either. But I liked his line at the end with the house train the big dog thing. Again, I'm glad at the end of the night we didn't actually get Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Next, we had though Ronda Rousey's promo, which she just came out, kept it short, kept it simple, basically called all the fans a bunch of bandwagon bitches, and then called WWE, Charlotte, and Becky a bunch of carny con artists. I have stuff in bold so I don't forget to mention it. And then this was another one. She called WWE a joke, Becky and Charlotte jokes, and anyone else who believes in this whole charade is a joke. So Ronda, you're a joke because you believe it because you're in WWE. Cool. So Ronda's a joke.
Kind of oxymoron.
She just called herself a joke.
Yeah, kind of oxymoron. But I like it. I like it. I like the fire.
Yeah.
I like.
I mean, it was good. I just am like.
Didn't really care about the promo too much. But,
yeah.
It does not sound like they're forcing her to say anything. It doesn't sound like she's remembering anything. It sounds like she's literally going out there saying exactly how she quote unquote feels.
I'll say this was better than some of the ones that she's clearly trying to memorize.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's better
like
than last week pointing at the fucking sign.
Last week, the one with where she laid down the belt with Stephanie was okay, but it's just like when she's got to try to remember stuff, it's just like just talk.
Just let her be.
So this one wasn't bad.
Let her be at this point. I like the promo that she cut when she wasn't even when she was like getting her hair done or some shit like that also.
Yeah. That one I thought was annoying. To be honest with you, I kind of find her annoying.
She's very annoying
off camera.
But that's why
I find her very annoying.
But that's why it worked because she was like this before she even signed to E. So it was like
I forgot how annoying she was though.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that was
so
the
now
problem.
You're bringing her real life annoyingness and you want
because she ran away for so long that I forgot how annoying she was.
Right. Here's the thing. You got Becky. She's like the most.
Still love what she's doing.
Right. She's the most over basically. Everybody loves her. She's not gonna be a heel. Charlotte, we already know the game that she's trying to play. She's not going to really be the heel. The only person that can really be a heel in this situation.
Charlotte can be a heel. Charlotte is being a heel.
She's being a heel, but I feel like it's normal. It's a part of the program. I feel like with
I get what you're saying.
With Ronda, it's like, oh shit, like you know what I mean? You really got a real heel.
This is how they should have been doing it. Not all along, but they should have had glimpses of this before and keeping it real.
Because we know
not to this. There's certain things I don't like about what they're doing, but
Me too.
Because
you're exposing a business. You should know the business.
And I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it if they weren't doing it throughout the entire show. Because they are.
You know, my biggest problem is not being able to have less of Becky. Like, y'all keep making Becky come out every week. You're not giving me a chance to miss her. You got her out there whooping both of their ass.
All three of them are out on both shows every week. You're not letting you miss any of them.
It's overkill. You know what I mean? Especially
when Becky was suspended, she wasn't even gone for a week.
Overkill. Limping, beating both of them with one leg. Overkill. Having a match. Overkill. You didn't need a match to do that type of
I forgot the other thing I forgot to mention. Dana Brooke came out and... Actually, no, she gave a good promo. I actually like this promo because she actually felt a little real talking about how she's not going to let Ronda disrespect the locker room or WWE.
No, I like that.
All that. And then she just kicked her and put her in. This was the line. She didn't put her in the armbar and then said, if you want to see a real armbar, you got to pay $60. Or $9.99, Ronda. Or if you're really smart, you could pay nothing by switching your info every other month, and then you get everything for free because WWE is not smart enough to figure that out. I don't do that, but I know people that do. So Ronda, if anyone still pays $60 for a pay-per-view, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
That's the casuals for you.
Yeah, seriously. But anyway.
She forgot where she was at in the promo.
I saw something where someone said the last time someone paid $60 to watch you got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. So I'm surprised they didn't go there that much. Like, I'm surprised
That's what
they go there that
I
much.
really hope. Oh my God, they should bring that up.
Yeah,
because I
why
saw
are they
somebody
not-
say that, and I was like,
But
"Yo,
you want to know why?
for real?"
She's not going to let them.
Yep.
She's not going to let them. But, you know.
The little things I don't like is just not only are they doing it here, they're doing it in the
Social
whole
media.
like the little fake stuff.
Yeah.
No, like not even just in the Ronda thing. Triple H and Batista are doing it as well.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't
the
a
man.
I'm not
I'm
a character.
It's the man.
I'm gonna do this, and then Braun Strowman and Colin Jost. So you're telling me Braun Strowman can pick a guy up, hold him against the wall, choking him for a whole commercial break. You put that guy on the ground, and he's fine.
Yeah.
He didn't sell it at all, and also called WWE fake. Like they're doing it throughout their whole show on Raw.
Yeah.
SmackDown, not doing it, but Raw, it's like. It's okay to do it here and there, but you're doing it throughout your whole show for 2 straight weeks. And it's like, okay, so you're basically telling everybody that's watching it that they shouldn't watch it.
And don't forget the storyline going on with Becky is kind of sort of similar with Kofi. Because it's like you're saying you pull Becky from the match, you pull Kofi from the match. You said Becky can get involved, you playing games with Becky. Then Becky gets back. Then you're still playing games with Kofi over here. Now you got to do another. He has to do another.
See, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it either. But the fact that
I have more problem with the fake shit.
The problem that I have is for Vince to come out Monday and do the shit and say that shit with Charlotte, and then come out the following night and do the same shit with Kofi. It's like the same shit. Rinse, rise, and repeat. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's WWE for you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, but other than that, you know, whatever. I like I said, I like annoying shit sometimes, and you need a real heel in this situation. And to me, it's gonna be Ronda when she walks in at fucking Mania.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
when she loses,
She's going to get booed out of that building.
Fucks. I think Charlotte is just there at this point. She's the queen. She's this. But this is not her time anymore. It's not her time anymore. And they're trying to do everything in their power to keep
I'll
her.
be honest
right
with
there.
you. Since Charlotte's been added, it's taken a little bit out of it for me.
Huh?
Since Charlotte has been added,
Thank
it's
you.
taken a little bit out of it for
Thank
me.
you. I don't think.
Because I don't want to see Becky beat Charlotte. I want to see Becky beat Ronda. So this whole story, if Becky beats Charlotte for the title, what's the point? I want to see Becky beat Ronda. I don't give a crap about Charlotte
Exactly.
in this match. So this whole story is about armbar versus armbar, and then I'm going to have to watch one of the two probably
Put the
tap
armbar
out.
on.
Yeah, tap out Charlotte and not one of the other two. So the whole thing, as soon as Charlotte was added, don't get me wrong, the three of them are amazing, and it's going to be a great match. It just took a little bit out of it for me. And then,
Yeah.
and then like you said, every week it feels like we're not getting a chance to miss something here and there.
Yeah, especially I'm a Becky.
But
fan.
I still think it's going to be an awesome match.
I love seeing Becky, but I don't need to see Becky on crutches, limping out, beating up a former UFC champion, and then beating an 8-time Hall of Fame champion with a crutch. Both of them at the same exact time. Yeah, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see you working her leg and she's shooting this angle at Fastlane. I didn't need to see that either. But you know, looks like they're going to main event. So
Yeah. Next, we had Ricochet and Aleister Black get another win over Rude and well, I'm sorry. They did get the win. Aleister hit a black mass on Rude for the W. There was a nice spot where Gable caught Ricochet off the ropes and had him in a German suplex position. And then Rude did a blockbuster off the top rope while Gable was hitting the German. So that was awesome. But in the end, Aleister Black, like I said, hit the black mass on Rude and got the W. But after the match, the Revival attacked Black and Ricochet from behind. So these two, Black and Ricochet, continue to roll as we head to Mania. Do you think they're going to face the Revival for the titles at Mania? And do you think they're going to win? I never thought I would want this tag team, but I love it.
I was just about to say that. I said that in my last part. I said I never knew I wanted something so bad that until I seen it. Like, so it's
They
like,
work so well.
They work very well. To me, they're the most outside NXT. They're the most interesting. They're the most interesting shit on TV.
What do you mean outside of NXT? They are on NXT.
Well, yeah, because of Vince, they got them
they're
triple
still
duty.
killing it
Yeah,
on
they got
NXT.
triple duty. Yeah,
Yeah.
so true. But I just want to make a statement just for like Monday and
I got you.
Tuesday.
I got what you were
I
saying.
want
I
to
got what
leave.
you were
Yeah, I want to leave that out the way. But yeah, they're most. Ever since they came on Raw and SmackDown, Raw and SmackDown, Raw has been easier to digest. SmackDown has been great as it normally is. I think they did add to the a lot. But the only problem I have is, what does that say for like EC3? What is Lacey doing?
Who?
EC3.
Who that?
The butt naked guy. Oh, he's jacked. He's jacked. He's being a bad. The guy that can talk that never talks. That guy.
Where's he at?
He's with Sanity. They're all together, wondering, like you bring them up.
Who are these people? You keep
You
naming.
bring these guys up.
I don't know who you're talking
You don't do
about.
shit with these other guys. It just doesn't make any sense. So it's like, yo, you literally brought them up to watch Ricochet and Alistair do their thing, and they're just still doing whatever. And then you got Lacey. She's like turning every show and every Monday into like a fashion show. And she do a little circle and go out of the way. I just don't understand why they were brought up. You know what I mean? Let them go back down and do something. Like where the fuck is
Which
Sandy?
ones?
All of them except excluding Black and Ricochet. They're the only two.
You want to know what's funny? You want to know who's actually getting the biggest push of all the ones? Fucking heavy machinery, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, but you want to know why?
And it's
because
been working.
Because their attitude in the back, like they be doing that. They do that same shit they did in NXT, taking down the ring,
good.
all that shit. They do that shit up there, so that's the reason why they be, people really fuck with them like that.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
they're also doing it on they're delivering, which is you have to do both. That's great if people love you and everything, but if you don't do it yourself, I don't care if people like you. You know what I mean? If you do all the things in the back, that's great, but if you don't have the shit to back it up, I don't care what you do back behind the scenes.
Our guy with the worm. You do the worm, you're gonna get over with the casuals, baby.
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I still don't like Tucky. I'm sorry.
I'm good with Tucky. Tucky's coming. You still don't like Tucky?
I feel like it's just one of those things where I'm never gonna like him.
You're never gonna like him.
Just at this point, I feel like I can't.
He's just there.
I'm not supposed. I feel like if I said I did,
He's just there.
If I said I liked him, people would jump on me. So I'm gonna just say no. Forever in time, no Tucky. Tucky is a no. But we got some news. Alexa Bliss is hosting WrestleMania. Your thoughts? Doesn't matter because the host of WrestleMania shows up for about 2 minutes, right? Historically.
Let's just talk about her shit. She's what? 6-time champion? What is she? Like she has to be
four.
like four or five. Now she's hosting Mania. She's doing it. She's doing the fucking thing, man. I mean,
Probably hosting Mania because she can't wrestle right now. Probably.
she still can't wrestle. I thought they were still gonna wrestle.
I don't know.
She just
She's only had like one match.
Oh yeah.
She had the Elimination Chamber, right? And that was it.
Yeah. I like it. I think her show was all right. It's cool.
I don't mind it at all. I mean, it's entertaining.
She doesn't have a problem talking at all. So
leave her doing that. That's fine with me.
Let her go.
Braun Strowman destroys a car. Cool. Braun Strowman destroyed a car that was given to him by Colin Jost from SNL. Pretty lame segment, if you ask me. We've seen Braun flip over trucks, ambulances, and cars before. Then I saw the same car that he just broke apart on WWEshop.com 5 minutes later with a Braun action figure. So this whole thing was done to sell merchandise. Cool. So it seems like this was all done for a toy.
At least we know why.
For me,
But it's the same thing with Shane. I don't care how to see Shane jump off a million things anymore. I don't care. Braun could fucking rip a building down. I don't care. You can't take two F5s.
at least Shane is
what you do.
actual storylines.
Right. You can't take two F5s.
Braun has lost
Everything.
so much since he lost to Brock.
Everything.
Like I just talked. Like if you go back, I just talked about it on the 6-pack I just did this past week. Like Braun is like.
He's number
Where
one
does he
down.
go from? It's Colin Jost versus Braun at WrestleMania. Like, and last year he was tagging with Lil Kid. Is this where we're going with Braun now? This guy who's supposed to be a monster among men is fighting with little kids and Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live. That's who you're building up. The monster among men is gonna fight a fucking host of Weekend Update. I mean, I know historically they've done, historically throughout the time of WWE, there has been countless number of celebrities that come in and do things with wrestlers. That's not the problem I have at all.
Is it the Big Show effect? He was turning heel face every other week?
I just want to say, that is not the problem I have at all. There's countless numbers of times with that. That's fine with me. But,
No direction.
yes, you literally were about to put the strap on this guy. And
he had it all. He had it all.
He is
The catchphrase.
doing
everything.
this.
He had everything but the moveset. And y'all still wouldn't, And Brock went on vacation.
I know
and
we
came
have-
back. He could have lost the
I
title.
know he's
came
and
back
I'm
won
and
it.
I know he's not the greatest wrestler. I know that. He's really not. He's Very limited in
But
what
he
he
could
can do
go.
so far. But
He
I
could
mean,
do something.
he can at least put on a good enough
put a
match to where
He put on a classic with Big Show. He put on good matches with Roman.
it's just
You can't put him in a ring with
it's
someone the
just
same size.
where all of a sudden have we fallen, and what has made it this way? You know what I mean? It's just mind-boggling to me.
I think they said
backstage shit or whatever.
yeah,
I
they said
get,
backstage
but
shit,
like,
and it was. I think it was the fact that
hurt.
I think
I heard.
Yeah, he was hurt for a little minute, and they didn't want him to lose again or some shit like that to Brock. So they took him out because they wasn't going to let him beat Brock. I don't know why he can't beat Brock.
Then
They're the
keep
same
him off
fucking
TV.
size. They're the same size. What I can see why they would say Finn or somebody else is not believable. But why couldn't
makes
he?
no sense,
Why
man.
couldn't he beat Brock realistically? Why would Brock go on vacation, come back, and then have the strap? Why didn't you have him lose? Then he come back with his rematch clause and win it back. It would have made sense. At least you could have said former champion, Braun Strowman. If you're going to just use him for merchandise, use him for greetings, use him for other shit, say former fucking champion on there, like something. Give him some. He don't have shit but the green belt from Saudi. That's all he got. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
That
It's crazy.
that lasted one night, didn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's a shame. Like
a shame.
you're that close. You're that close. You have a catchphrase. You're hot. You got everything going for you, and then they just pull the plug.
Yeah. Pulling the plug. That's what I'm doing on this whole. We're done talking about him. And just like the next two things, we'll run through really quick to happen on Raw. Elias came out talking about how he would not return to his hometown until he was a superstar and a hero that everyone could believe in. So here he is. And he said, statistically speaking, it's a miracle he's even a success, because if you're born from Pittsburgh, you're going to be a huge waste of life, he said. And then this was a good line, because Antonio Brown from the Pittsburgh Steelers just got traded. He said he gave some advice to Antonio Brown, told him to get the hell out of that city once you have all their money. And that really got a lot of people mad. Then he was interrupted by No Way Jose, who's got a new hairdo. That didn't last long, as Elias laid him out, his whole conga line out as well.
Yeah, he looks like Naomi.
Yeah, right. This was basically a throwaway segment. Then you had another throwaway segment, Nia Jax versus Natalya. This was at least setting up possibly something down the line, maybe next week with Natalya and Beth Phoenix, because Beth came out immediately, came into the ring immediately after Nia Jax was just manhandling Natalya. So what do you think we're going to get here? Like a triple threat, Boss and Hug versus Samoans versus Beth and Natalya? Because I'd rather leave Nia and Tamina out because we just saw that match, and I'd rather bump somebody else in there. Someone from SmackDown maybe, if you're going to do a triple threat. We don't need 3 teams from Raw for this championship that's supposed to be defended against all of WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's gonna be like a crazy some type of multi match for it.
Yeah.
Probably everybody you just named. I mean, at the end of the day, I think they're gonna have a run with these straps. So I mean, I haven't really been paying too much attention to all that shit, and they didn't like announce anything like that yet for that particular. So I guess they're still figuring it out. I would like for a different team to be on since they made an announcement. Okay, on NXT, I'm going to fit on every. So let's get a team from NXT UK. Let's get a team from NXT. Let's get a team from Monday. Let's get a team from.
That's how I thought we were going to do it, but right now you got 2 teams from Raw and nobody else to be found. I know the Iconics called out the Boss and Hug Connection on Tuesday, saying, "Hey, I thought you were going to defend it everywhere. Like we're over here because you got Fire and Desire over there." So I don't know what they're doing, but next we got Triple H and Batista, a little promo back and forth here. Triple H came out, was just in the ring, just waiting for Batista. Batista came out. A lot of dramatic silence as Batista just stood there, and then he finally had security guards come out with him. There was a couple funny things here, and Triple H made fun of Batista's nose ring. And then the other part where he said the guardians of the independent scene is what he called the security guards. So there's another thing I'm talking about of how you're basically calling the security guards not security guards.
Yeah.
Because they're independent wrestlers.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I'm just saying, if I'm going to be fair and call out Ronda, I'm going to be fair and call out Triple H and Batista as well for this. A little fake shit.
Triple H is always
And last week he said, "You're not gonna get the character."
on Twitter. Yeah, we're just we play bad guys on TV, but we're like this and we're like it's like y'all don't really give a fuck about the
Exactly.
business.
So I'm gonna be fair and I'm gonna whip it out.
Y'all know that shit is gonna
pause. I'm gonna dish it out the same way I dished it out to Ronda and them. That going a little far, but I like the line. Love the line.
Yeah.
You know me. I go back and forth. I say what I want. But then Batista just started screaming, "Give me what I want, Hunter. Give me what I want. Give me what I want." And then Triple H would just say, "I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna give you the beating of your life." And then finally, we're getting the match at WrestleMania: Triple H versus Batista.
Who you got winning this match?
Well, give me Batista.
I hope so.
I would love Batista. I like the line he had at the end, too. He said, "I want one last match to end my career on my terms and one last match to end your career on my terms." I like that. A lot of good lines tonight coming out of Raw.
Yeah.
Tonight. Monday night. Today's Friday.
No, you never lie, bro.
What do you expect? Who you think? No holds barred match? Who you got?
Triple H goes over, especially in no holds barred matches. That's his favorite match to have at Mania. So like, I'm still pissed that Sting lost.
I know.
So, and then you want to hit this man with a sledgehammer and shake his hand 2 minutes later.
Well, that's what I was thinking. So like, is there gonna be run-ins? Does Randy and Rick come out? Oh, legacy.
Rick probably
thing.
comes out.
I don't think Randy will have a match later.
Rick probably comes out costing the match. Some bullshit like that. Whatever. Yeah. I'm not anticipating anything from this match. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to like the build.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the
I'm
build.
not anticipating anything from the whole show. I'm just gonna
Really?
like it.
You're really not? Nothing?
Here's what I mean by that. I'm not going into it being disappointed if something doesn't happen.
Makes sense.
That's what I mean.
Makes sense.
Because that's how you get disappointed. That's why I don't do that shit.
Yeah.
People get worked up. Oh, well, Kofi's going to win. And then if Kofi doesn't win, they get mad. Well, in your mind, Kofi was winning the whole time. You're the only person. You know what I mean? So if he doesn't win, that person's going to get mad because they had it in their mind he was going to win. I just going to go in. I'm just going to see what happens. Have a good time. And then afterwards, if something shitty happens, I'll call it out.
Makes sense.
That's how I like to. That's how I like to
If
enjoy
Kofi goes
everything.
through all this shit and not win,
That's how I like to enjoy everything. But we'll
Yeah.
get to that.
Yeah.
We got SmackDown still. But what do you think about Kurt?
I think Kurt needs to retire.
Well, he's going to. He came out.
I would
and
hope
said that.
he does. But if he did give us one last match, I would take him and John Cena at Mania. If he did.
I'm picking Samoa Joe
Samoa Joe and
as his last match. Yeah, they got so much history from TNA, even before them, Impact and all that.
yeah.
They've had a lot of classic battles in TNA too. Some of the best ones,
Yeah.
especially their triple threat with what's his name. Daniels was good. For me, I really like this match against Apollo Crews. I wouldn't even mind seeing him take on Apollo Crews again. But at WrestleMania, you got to have a big, huge opponent. For me, I'm picking Samoa Joe for the U.S. title. I don't know. John Cena makes sense. It was the first match that he had there, so you might as well bring him out. Have his last.
Yeah.
Kurt won with the Angle Slam too, which we haven't seen him win with in a while. He's usually tapping people out, so that was a cool little throwback as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm saying Samoa Joe.
That would be good.
Yeah.
So is he going to go to SmackDown? Like,
Who? Joe?
Yeah. I mean, Angle.
You don't have to go anywhere. There's 2 SmackDown women fighting for the Raw Women's Championship. You can do whatever the hell you want nowadays, dude. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. I mean,
Wild Wild West.
It's a Wild West. You got two Raw competitors fighting for two SmackDown competitors fighting for a Raw title. So, for me, they can just say, "Hey, he's fighting him. It don't matter anymore." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, but it's just about that time for Kurt.
Yeah, it's about that time. He's been looking, no pun intended, like a shell of himself.
Yeah.
Which he's getting older. He's had a lot of neck issues, a lot of back issues. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm glad I get to be in the building for his last match.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be cool.
I hope Taker is done too.
I was hoping Taker was done 5-10 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe that I had that real thought, you can go ask Kiff. Kiff knows I've been saying this for years.
Yeah.
End of an era should have been end of an era.
Yeah. Understood.
Bye. Anyway, that's a whole podcast we can get into.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was supposed to fight Drew McIntyre, or not Drew McIntyre. Roman Reigns was
like
supposed to fight Baron Corbin.
I like this.
Drew came out, attacked the shit out of him,
Like that.
threw him into the ring post. Then he got outside. Claymore kicked him. He's just screaming. He's like, "Come on, Roman, get up and fight. Fight, Roman. Get up."
I would have Drew go over.
And then he kicks him in the head, Claymore, into the ring post.
Even though I know it's not going to happen, I will have Drew go over.
Oh, I would too, but there's no way.
There's no way in hell he's going over.
Hell, he's going over Roman.
Even in afterlife, he's not going over.
I would build the fuck out of Drew by having Drew beat Roman, because how much, like, come on now, that would build Drew up even bigger right now. I really liked this, like, they really built Drew back up in one night, because he took out Roman here, and then after this, Ambrose ran to the back and he finds Triple H and wants a no DQ match with Drew.
It almost killed.
And then Drew freaking takes it. Like, yeah, they fought all over the place, man. Like, they were in and out of the crowd twice. But Drew, like, was throwing him, lawn darting him into the freaking LED board. What else did he do? He took a pencil and stabbed him in the face. You saw that?
Yeah. Right in front of his wife.
Yeah, right from his wife.
And she said, "Damn."
He's like, "Oh my god."
Yo, her dams be hilarious.
But then at the end, he put his head into the railing and then did the Claymore kick and busted it off there.
Yeah.
And then pinned him for the 3.
You can't do all
Fucking
that. Do
Drew
all
is
that.
back.
You do all that and you're gonna have him lose that man.
But this is Drew. Don't put Drew with Baron Corbin.
No.
This is what Drew needs to be doing.
Yeah.
There's no heels on Raw like this.
You need to be single-handedly attacking the Shield every given chance he gets. Like,
yeah. I mean, he took out two
of them,
of the Shield members.
he was whooping stuff ass a couple months ago.
Exactly. Do you think he faces Roman at Mania now?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How do you book it?
How I would book the match?
Yes, you.
Somehow, some way, I think Roman tries to get a spear and like to spear him on the outside, like maybe through the table, something like that. However it happens, he got another pin, stab him in his fucking eye.
I like it.
It don't matter how tough you are. You fucking cut me in the eye, my throat, something like that. I'm not going to be on 100. You can play off of him, might necessarily thinking that he was back at 100%, but he's not all the way fully back. So it's like you can play off of that.
Yeah.
However you need to play off of it, he needs to take a Claymore. He needs to lose that fucking match.
I feel like this is where Baron and Dean will run out somehow through this match, because I don't want a Dean Baron match at Mania. I'd rather have them just run in. To be honest with you, because I don't want. That's a bathroom match if they put that.
I'm scared, nervous.
I have it like Baron will come out and try to interfere, obviously, because he's got the feud with Roman. And then Dean will come out and take him out, and then eventually Roman will Superman punch his way to victory.
I wouldn't use Dean at Mania.
That's how I would use him.
Yeah,
not in a match. Just have him run out and do that.
If his contract is over the night after, what does it really matter?
The month. It's the whole month.
Oh, it's the whole month. Okay, I thought they see. Okay, all right, cool. Because I thought they're saying, oh yeah, after April he's done. Or
yeah, after April.
Okay, yeah. So you got the rest of the month.
WrestleMania is the first week of April, bro.
I probably wouldn't. I mean, it's like when you know you're leaving a job, like, or you know you're gonna, like, you're not really doing shit, like you're just whatever. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really fly to you.
Yeah.
So like, if I would just use him in those, use him to help Seth win the fucking title, or use him to fuck up someone, or fuck up maybe Drew after he beats Roman, and then you can have a Drew in his match, another one. They can do another Street Fighter, some shit like that, or I don't know. Give him something.
That's why I said that. No, that run-in where he saves Baron Corbin from ruining the match is perfect.
Yeah.
He's in WrestleMania, but he's not doing anything like a match or anything, because there's really nobody for him to fight right now.
And you shouldn't just rush anything like, nah.
Exactly. That's what they do too much. They're like, oh, well, he's not on the card. We have to throw him in. Like, no, he can just have a run-in like this. It doesn't really, it's not going to cost the match. It's not a match for a title, so it's fine. Everybody still gets on the card in some way, and you're fine. But that was Raw, and we had Drew back and better than ever. SmackDown, though, I know how you're going to feel about the first thing I'm going to talk about. Shane McMahon, I absolutely loved this segment. I don't know about you, but he came out in the ring and made the announcer announce him as the best in the world. Wasn't good enough for him, so he grabs him. He said, do it again. Wasn't good enough, so he grabs him by the face and says, do it with some conviction. And finally, he announces Shane McMahon, the best in the world, in a way that Shane approves of. And then basically, long story short, because I mean, it was what we all thought was going to happen. He's tired of people asking him for things, including The Miz, who basically uses him to get a title. And he says that Mania is going to be him against The Miz one-on-one. What are your thoughts on a match that we basically already kind of thought was going to happen?
Bathroom break.
I don't know about you, but I mean, I like these two guys. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't want to see him on my Mania card or any other cards.
See, I've taken that out of the picture in my mind because I knew he was going to be there. So if he's going to face somebody, at least there's a storyline that makes sense a little bit.
Now the story's cool. Like I said, I mean,
The one last year made no sense.
I'm never going to knock them for having a storyline that carries out and drags out because I will give them the credit. They're not good at it, period. Yeah. So for them actually to execute it, that's great. But as far as me, I don't like when people are taking spots from other superstars, like real wrestling, like real superstars. Not to say he's not a real wrestler, but it's like, Shane, you can be a part of Mania without being in a match. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I don't really feel no type of way about it.
But if I have to see Shane, I'd rather see him against The Miz versus someone like AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Again, or like something like that, because I'd rather him facing somebody where it's not going to hurt another aspect.
I'll tell you this: if Miz goes out there and wrestles like a babyface, like he did in that particular match, and he comes with it, it could be a good match. But I don't really, like I said,
Miz is such a showman, such a pro that no matter what, this match will be entertaining because the Miz is in it. And Shane's good enough to get reactions at this point in his career. He's been around it long enough, and you saw how much he got booed out of the building on Tuesday night. He knows how to get that heat on himself. Yeah. He knows what to say and what to do.
The only thing I hated about this whole scenario was when he everything was good about the heel turn, but when he tried to put him in like the submission.
Yeah. I don't know why he always tries to do that.
And then Miz tried. He tried to sell it, but you're not selling that. Nah. That shit looked horrible. It didn't look like anything was connecting. But it's been. I mean,
Having said all that, it is what it is. It'll probably be one of the least wrestling matches of the card.
Yeah.
I've when I say things about Shane, it's just because I've already put in my mind that he's gonna be on the card every year since he's been back. So it's like, whatever, he's gonna be there. I'm over that.
Yeah.
Who's he gonna face, and is it gonna make sense? All right, Miz. Okay, it's not gonna hurt anybody else's situation, and it makes sense in the storyline. So that's why I'm like, all right, whatever.
I can tell you it make more sense than him losing to the Taker and still being manager when the whole reason of beating him was to be manager. So I can tell you it makes more, it makes more sense. But whatever.
Exactly. We had an 8-man tag. Ricochet and Aleister Black and the Hardy Boys took on The Bar and Rusev and Nakamura. Matt Hardy looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. He posted a picture of him in Mattitude version 1 back in the day. He looks better now than he did in that picture. He's more cut now than he is in that picture.
Yeah.
This is coming from a man who could barely walk a couple months ago. It's amazing what time does off, bro.
Yeah.
We talked about that. I mean, the Hardys had some vintage teamwork they were doing throughout the match.
Yeah.
Jeff basically got his ass kicked for a while. But the real story is New Day came out.
Nobody knows how to get their ass kicked like Jeff, boy.
That is true. The real story is the New Day came out, ran pretty much everybody out. Nakamura, Rusev, The Bar, took them all out. Hit a Shining Wizard, hit a Trouble in Paradise for their troubles.
For their troubles.
Basically, a little vengeance from Kofi getting messed up by The Bar and Rusev and Nakamura. They also mentioned that Rusev hasn't won a pay-per-view match in over 2 years, they said during this match.
Travesty.
Yeah.
He got like a Kurt Hawkins pay-per-view record.
That's bad, man. That's bad. That's worse than Wyatt territory.
Is it? I don't know about that. Why?
I mean, they're both...
Yeah, they both fire in the same boat.
Love both of them, too. That's a shame. Remember when Rusev rode out in a fucking tank, man?
Yeah, and then lost to Cena, right?
That's fine. Rusev.
No.
Tank.
That's why he got murdered. He should have won that match.
It's Cena, bro. He should be lucky to be blessed facing Cena at WrestleMania.
Fuck that. Make these stars, baby.
He did. They did make Rusev a star, and then Vince said,
But
what about John Cena?
He's getting too over. He can't be more over than part-time Cena.
Pretty much how it went. I mean, to be honest with you. Who the fuck keeps calling me? Sorry, someone keeps calling me. Sorry. Next up, we had the Usos backstage cutting a little promo on all the tag teams, but the last tag team they mentioned was the Hardy Boys.
You know what?
Looking like I'm picking that's going to be the tag team match. Hardy Boys and the Usos at WrestleMania. And I'm totally cool with that. Those are two of the best tag teams in the history of WWE. You're making a face at me. You would not sign up for the Hardy Boys versus the Usos for the tag team championship.
I just started thinking like it was like 5, 6 tag teams in the ring, and I didn't see the fucking Sanity. Where the fuck is Sanity at?
Let it go. Let it go, man. They're gone. They're done.
How can it be done and never got a
done.
shot? That's like ridiculous, bro.
I'm not thinking. Let it go, because maybe when they come back, they're going to come back and it's going to be great. But Matt and Jeff versus the Usos.
I want to see New Day and Usos.
Again?
Yeah.
We saw it for a year and a half. It was great. I want to see the Usos and the Hardys, man. What do you got? What do you got against them?
I just think it'd be more of an entertaining match. I just think their styles just. If they win this tag team belts and then Kofi wins I would just love to see that visual. Because I'm not going to be able to see the 4 horsewomen because they want to add Charlotte to this triple threat. So Charlotte can't face Asuka for the rematch. So now it's like I thought I would be able to see all of them hold all the straps up in the air. So now I'm hoping maybe I can see the New Day with all the straps in the air. But I mean, I'm not against it. I just don't got the Hardys beating them.
Yeah.
It could go either way with New Day.
I'm not saying beating them. I'm just saying you don't think it's going to be a good match? The Usos and the Hardy Boys? Especially with Matt, the way he looks right now?
It's always going to be a good match with them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You're blowing it off like it's not going to be a good match. You're like, I think New Day will be better.
I just got it in my... You know, sometimes you just got certain shit in your mind.
That is the problem. That's what I'm talking about. You got it in your mind, so you're thinking nothing else is going to be as good as that. That was what I was talking about before.
Yeah, I didn't... Well, no, not to say it would be good as that. It's just you have certain things that you would like to see. That's all. I mean, I'm not against it. I just feel as though if you put New Day versus the Usos, it can go either way. But it can go either way. I don't know.
But we've seen it like 6 pay-per-views in a row, and they did everything.
I don't think they're putting the straps on.
So what?
You just like, fuck it. You just want to see the match.
Why do they have to put those straps on for it to be a good match? It's not every tag team, like not every title match they have to change hands at WrestleMania. They're already going to change 3.
That's true.
They're already going to change 3.
That's true.
I'm fine with the Usos keeping them. I don't care who they face. I'm fine with Usos keeping them because somebody's got to keep their title. You want Ronda to keep her title? You want Brock to keep her title? No. Do you? I don't. Somebody's got to keep their title.
Do they?
Unless you want to go New Japan Wrestle Kingdom and go 11 for 11, whatever damn titles they have, and just switch them all.
Yeah, why not?
They might, they could, but I wouldn't book it that way.
I'm not against it.
I wouldn't do that, but shit, that's why I'm not. I mean, I just think it's gonna be a good match. I don't remember when I've seen that. I'm sure they have had that match before, but like I can't remember it. I want to see it on the grandest stage.
I'm like, what's his name?
We'll find a way to add somebody else in anyway.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I want to see a multi-man tag match, like, and let's bring out the ladders. If you got the Hardy's boys, let's use them. Bring out the fucking ladders. Let's really, really use them. So what they do, like, fuck it, let's get it in. That's what I want to see for the tag. I don't want to see a one-on-one match for the tag team belts.
Why not? They always do multi-man though. Do something different. They did one last year. They did one the year before that. Multi-man. Last year was when the Hardys came back in a multi-man match. Or was that 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. But either way,
whatever.
It was awesome.
34? WrestleMania 34.
What'd they do last year for the tag team belts?
That's what I'm looking up. I bet it was what I just said.
I don't recall it being a multi. God damn, I was there. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, you were there. You have no excuse. I can't even find it on this fucking thing. Bludgeon Brothers defeat the Usos. The New Day. See? Triple threat.
The match was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It
was 5 minutes. Literally. 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's why I didn't remember
the other one.
You know why?
The other one wasn't even on the show.
I wasn't there. I went to the bathroom and I came back and the match was over. That's why I don't remember.
Oh, and the Raw one was Cesaro and Sheamus versus Braun and Nicholas. That's why he couldn't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that either.
That's how it was.
Yeah, it's just
so,
trash.
give me Usos Hardys over the Bar and Braun and Nicholas any day.
Yeah.
So I'm saying last year the tag team division was a joke. Both of those matches, 2 tag team matches in length, were less than 10 minutes combined.
I want to see. You want to know what I really want to see? I want to see Alistair and win the stripes.
Oh, absolutely. I got
That's what
them.
I want to see.
I got them in the Revival in a match, but I think they're gonna. I think that is going to be the multi-man because they're gonna add Rude and Gable, and make it a 3-way.
I'm all for it.
They've been doing that anyway, so I feel like that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
How'd you feel about this next Randy Orton AJ Styles segment? I thought it was pretty damn good.
Very good.
Basically, Randy came out and called out AJ, saying, "This ain't the house that AJ Styles built."
Legend versus legend.
He said, "I've been here since 2002. In 2002, you were wrestling for $10." And then he said, "In 2004, I was becoming the youngest WWE champion ever. You were in Ring of Honor shaking hands." He didn't say Ring of Honor, but he said shaking hands and shit.
Yeah.
Then
Legend versus legend.
He said you were tanning with Dixie Carter and all that. And then AJ came back and called his RKO a bootleg diamond cutter. And then he called him, and then Randy came back with the, nobody ripped anybody off and did the too sweet sign.
Oh, shit.
So I like the way they were going back and forth. Because then AJ came back and was like, my indie pals, huh? He's like, you better look around. All my indie pals are everywhere. Saying the whole locker room was full of them. And then Randy ran down all his accomplishments and everything. But AJ said, Evolution, Legacy, Rated RKO, Wyatt family. He said, you've never been able to do anything without anybody's help.
I wish he would have been able to say, yeah, you talking about my indie pals that you're trying to get a contract from?
Yeah.
I wish he would have been able to say that.
Dude, he really should have.
I wish they wouldn't bring light to them, though, but that would have been awesome.
They said Young Bucks later.
That's fire.
Vince said that about the New Day.
That's fire.
They brought up Legacy. That's about the closest you're going to get to Cody Rhodes being mentioned.
Yeah, that's fire.
Especially in this segment.
Yeah.
And then another good line. Randy said, as long as AJ wants to rent a room in his house, he said he's the landlord and the rent's due, you son of a bitch. That was great.
Yeah, give me.
And then AJ just points to the sign and said, you want your rent, you can come get it at WrestleMania.
Why do we always have pointing the sign?
That's what I said. I said, I saw him looking. And I said, you son of a bitch, don't point to the sign. AJ, don't do it. AJ, don't fucking do it. And
why do we got to do it?
And he did it. He fucking did it. Oh, my God.
Now, I was all for it when Seth did it because he briefly was like, see, I wasn't going to do it.
But yeah, he made a joke about it.
Yeah. But he did it. I was like, all right. But it was like, hey.
I was like, AJ, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. But he did it.
Yeah, they always got to put that camera angle like, yeah, put it the sign.
Now, this promo got me into this even more. So I'm two pros, 2 legends going at it. They're going to put on a good match. They're going to find a way to put on an entertaining match for everybody there.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. This match will be good. Yeah. Not great. Not going to be some,
I don't know. It might be a showstopper.
We'll see. We'll see if Randy, when he has an opponent he cares about, he turns it up a little bit.
I gotta see a 450 splash into a RKO.
Oh,
and a kick.
They'll definitely do a phenomenal forearm into an RKO.
No, it has to be something nuts. A 450?
It is AJ Styles. They got to do something.
Fucking RKO.
Find a way to break out of the Styles Clash.
He's like laying down and he hits the 450 as he coming up. He just sits up a little. Because the craziest one,
he did it.
Seth was ridiculous.
The craziest one was when he did it to Evan Bourne when Evan Bourne did the moonsault.
Oh yeah, that was nuts.
That was the best.
Did you like that more than the curve stomp?
Yeah, I did.
You did? You liked that?
I did. Even looking back on it, I like them both. Don't get me wrong. When I saw the Seth one was holy shit. Like when I saw it, nuts. I like the Evan Bourne one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
I like it a little bit more.
That's why he has to do. If you do the phenomenal for him, it's an easy grab. I feel like because all you gotta do is just miss cocking. But
if you could grab his whole arm or something and just pull him in, that would be cool.
That'd be fire.
I like the one he did on Mustafa too.
Yeah, that was fire.
Mustafa was looking the other way and he pulled his legs out and did it.
Yeah,
that was good too.
Yeah.
How you feeling about Asuka and Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose? First off, I just want to say I like Sonya way more than I like Mandy Rose. But I just don't. I feel like they're overshadowing the damn women's champion. This is one time where I will be unhappy and actually not understand I mean, I understand, but I don't understand.
I just think that
I thought
it's a real tough time for her to be a champion.
Here's the thing about it. I can understand Asuka being overshadowed a little bit in a storyline like this if the other people that she was being overshadowed by were at least close to her level. Or at least doing things to warrant more attention. Like these two little, like the apron shit from Fastlane was and then you doubled down on it and did it again on Tuesday. Come on. Especially the one on Tuesday was even worse than the other one. Because it just looked like Mandy was purposely trying to do something to Sonya. And I just don't like how they're playing second fiddle to, or Asuka's playing second fiddle to the whole thing. It's Asuka, the former undefeated Empress for so long. Asuka, and then now she's there's not a whole lot else for her to do with anyone on SmackDown now that Becky and Charlotte have gone to Raw. I mean, even if you put someone, that's the problem. Even if you put someone else in there, what's the storyline? There's nobody really.
The only thing they could do is bring Ember over and have Ember versus Asuka. That's the only play they could do. That's it.
There's a built-in story there.
That's it.
Built-in story.
If you give me anybody else than her, we're going to already know that Asuka is going to win. It's not, and if you, it's just, I don't know. It's sad because they haven't. If you're gonna build up, if you're gonna take those two and put them on SmackDown, put them on Raw. Why didn't you take someone over Raw and bring them to SmackDown? It's nobody, and it's no division. Nope. It's no division on
There's
SmackDown
Carmella.
anymore.
There's Zelina, who both of them are basically valets at this point.
Yeah.
Fire and Desire. Naomi, who I haven't seen a whole lot of. The Iconics, who are basically in tag division, and Asuka already went through that.
Yeah, they needed to bring
Asuka already did that.
I don't know why they thought they could bring two big names like that over to Raw
and have nothing in
between
return.
Raw and SmackDown, doing whatever they want to do.
One of them's going back.
Just promote them on both brands.
One of them's going back.
Taking up all the TV time, and the champion nowhere to be found. And when she is, you got her facing people that are not even built up. Yeah. They're not even built up as a tag team unit. You know what I'm saying? And they were always like together. Yeah. Damn sure not built up as. They haven't done anything to earn a title shot at all.
Which ones? Fire and Desire?
Yeah, Mandy and they haven't done anything.
They can't even win singles matches, man.
The best move is Ember because Ember is not doing a goddamn thing.
She's hurt.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, that's why she's been nowhere.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. If she wasn't hurt, they'd be using the hell out of her. I don't know exactly what happened, but I know.
Damn.
I know she's hurt.
Can she be back by Mania?
Don't know.
Fuck. That's their only play to me. I don't know what other play they can do.
Let me see. Ember Moon injury.
I don't know what else they can do.
So, January 29th, elbow injury, out for a while. That's all it says. Because I'm not going to sit here and read the whole article, but there's about 4 of them. Out for a while. Injury, not good. Reveal, Royal Rumble injury. Yep. It's a shame. Speaking of women, Becky Lynch came out again. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what you were saying.
They don't have anyone built up. You got Bayley and Sasha. They're the champion. They're the only other 2 people that were built up like that, and they're tag team champions, and they're doing whatever. Cool. They're out of the way. Who else do you have? You got Becky, you got Ronda, and you got motherfucking Charlotte. All in one program. Bro, Charlotte needs to face Asuka. That's what the fuck she needs to do.
That's what I was hoping for, but...
I was hoping for it also.
I mean, Becky did come out once again through her crutch this time. She had a couple good lines. I mean, there wasn't really much to take out of this promo because at this point they're just kind of coming out week to week now. Now that the match is made, I feel like they're just going to kind of run this into the ground until we get to Mania. She did have one line where she said it's hard to play mind games with someone who has no brain about Ronda, which was awesome. Awesome line. Other than that, though, I felt like it was just this one landed a little flat for me, except for the end when Becky said, Charlotte was saying how Becky's just the flavor of the week and Charlotte's been there for 4 years, and Becky ended it by saying, "Yeah, you've been here for 4 years, you've done nothing with it, and I'm taking the women's division to the main event of WrestleMania." Thought that was a good way to end it, but I felt like we're at a point in this feud where nothing's really gonna make it go anywhere.
Who's responsible?
Not make it go anywhere, but it's not. there's nothing that we need to keep parading them out for nothing. You know what I mean? Just to parade them out this week.
In your mind, who is responsible for it being in the main event?
Becky and Ronda, not Charlotte. I can tell you that much. Here's the problem. You can't tell me that if it's in the main event, Ronda Rousey doesn't have something to do with it. Because if it is the main event and Ronda Rousey wasn't in it, those casual fans would probably turn it off, and you know it. I'm sorry for people who I love these girls too.
And y'all gonna act like that. You're gonna act like they haven't been in the company for all these years.
To say, I will say that no one was really talking about it being in the main event until Becky started doing all this shit.
Yeah.
So they kind of go hand in hand. Charlotte, the last 4 years, her accolades, yes, she has done a lot for the business, but I feel like it's Becky and Ronda have earned it to be in the main event.
I don't feel like
for this year.
Do you think Charlotte has ever connected with the crowd the way Becky has connected with the crowd this past year?
In the past year, no, but in the past, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just feel like Becky, because...
What was it? Was it the man thing? Like, what?
It was before that, because she just wasn't on TV, and when she was on TV, she was losing. And fans just they like her, so they were just like, they wanted to see her. I mean, it's the same thing. If Charlotte was off TV, I'm sure people would feel the same way. Like, where's Charlotte? We want to see Charlotte on TV. And then if Charlotte was on TV and then losing, people would get upset because Charlotte is not supposed to be losing to Naomi or all these other people on TV. It was that with a combination, and she had nothing to do really. And then when they did bring her back she started winning a little bit here and there. It was quiet. You know what I mean? She was winning. And then finally, boom, once that Ronda thing just took off, everything that all people were holding in for Becky, they had nothing to cheer for before for her. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now they finally have something to cheer for her, and they're letting it all out, and they've been waiting for it.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. It was an organic thing that just built up over time because they had nothing to. They loved this girl and had nothing to cheer for her for so long, for damn near 2 years.
I think Becky, Kofi, and Seth, they're going through something right now. I haven't seen it in a while where they're at that level to where they're bigger than the title at this point, and fans are rejecting what you want here. Well, it's the Daniel Bryan shit. They're like, it doesn't matter what you say. Kofi's going to be in that fucking main event because you can't they're going to hijack the show. If Kofi, anytime you see, they start the Kofi shit. You know what I'm saying?
When Shane was talking at the beginning of the show, they were Shane King. Honest question for you. Do you think this women's triple threat should main event at this point right now? Do you think it should? With the way all the other storylines have gone in recent weeks. It's a tough question, right?
Oh, man.
It's tough because...
It's very tough. Because they're all three special situations. Like, the Seth shit is special. He fucked up his MCL, his ACL. He held the company on his back. He came back. We got bigger. It didn't appear that he was going to be moving the same or be able to compete the same. And then out of nowhere, the gauntlet shit happened, and he just was at a whole nother level, like a level where I didn't think he. And this is a Seth fan. Like, I'm Seth to the death. Like, he's one of the main reasons why I got back into wrestling. I didn't think he was going to be able to compete at the level that he's being able to compete at. I didn't think he was going to be able to be over as a babyface because at first it was a struggle. He wasn't that good in a position. Even when he came back and they made him go back to face after those two documentaries, I didn't understand why they kept on trying to make him a heel. He should have just been a face off of that, and that could have propelled him. But they turned him heel, and then it kind of fucked up the momentum, and then he got it back, and that you don't see that really happen that often. And then he took it to a whole nother level, and now you got him versus the Beast, obviously. So that, the Dean, and then the Shield shit is a part of that. It's a lot of that going with that. That's one thing. Then you got the Kofi shit. You got the new Daniel Bryan. We never thought he was going to turn heel like that and do what he was doing. Then he got his own belt, his title, And then you got the Kofi shit going on. We didn't know that was happening. You got Big E speaking up for him. They're getting him over.
So you're dancing around my question. I need an answer.
I'm processing it. I don't know.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
No, I know. I know. I feel
like
the
the women
way.
should. I feel like the women should because I don't know if they're ever going to. I don't know if it's ever going to be this again. I don't know if we're ever going to be.
Nailed it.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't. She's probably going to leave. I don't got her just being in the company and she don't have the belt and she wants to have kids and do other shit anyway. So yeah, I would say the women should because it might not be another time when Becky's going to be at this level again. Charlotte is going to. Charlotte's going to be great no matter what happens. I don't know if Becky's going to be able, because the only other person that was at that level at that point where the catchphrase was on point, people loved him. He was starting the show, finishing the show, he was breaking whatever, and then y'all didn't pull the trigger on him, and now he's number one on my list for Braun Strowman. So I don't want to see that happen with Becky. I don't want her to lose her flame. Anytime soon. So yeah, I would say the women should still, but I feel like it should be Daniel, Seth, and the ladies. I don't want to see Daniel 4 hours
first match.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. But I have a feeling it's going to happen, especially if it's going to be Kofi winning the strap. So I mean,
if it's a solid match, I don't mind it. As long as it's good shit.
The thing that pissed me off about that is that title is the one with the lineage. That title is the one, and they make it as if it's not.
They don't want it to. They want the Universal to.
Yeah, and that shit is just, like.
And that's their prerogative.
Like
it's their company.
The Shield and them should have been able to. They shouldn't have headlined Fastlane. I feel like Brian and them should have headlined Fastlane. But, I understand. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I think the women should headline. That's how I would do it.
Okay. Let's run through a couple more things real quick. We had 2 8-man tag matches. First one, Rey Mysterio and R-Truth versus Andrade and Samoa Joe. Good match. Rey Mysterio had on some weird looking suit. Did you see that?
Yeah, he always got some like.
But it looked like it was like skin type color. It looked like he was wearing like a thong, basically. R-Truth hit a couple of John Cena's moves, which was nice. Ray had to hit another Canadian Destroyer. I feel like he does one every match now. If he doesn't do one, I feel like it's not a real match from Rey Mysterio at this point. But at the end, Ray hit a double 619 on Joe and Andrade. Joe went for a Uranagi on Ray, but Ray countered it and rolled up Joe for the victory for himself and Truth. But after the match, Joe just freaking lost it. Looked completely pissed off. Laid out Andrade, laid out Truth, and just was staring at Rey Mysterio, just so fucking furious. So I feel like we're gonna get Ray, some sort of Ray Andrade, possibly another 4-way in Mania between them, which I'm cool with.
I'm definitely cool with because they're all talented and they're making and Joe's making that belt mean something.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I feel like it meant something since, believe it or not, Truth won it. I felt like it meant something.
Like it did too. At least he was making it entertaining.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then we had Daniel Bryan and Rowan taking on Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali. This is a good match again, but I don't really want to get into it too much. Owens and Ali towards the end double super kicked Rowan. Bryan makes a blind tag towards the end when he's in the match to Rowan. Rowan catches Ali off the top rope and just grabs him with his hand and does that like claw hammer slam thing.
Choke slammer.
Yeah, and then gets the win for Bryan and Rowan. I didn't spend too much time on this. I just had like a question I wanted to ask you about this more. So with Owens and Ali, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see them doing at WrestleMania if Kofi is the one that gets in this title match? They've only been there for a few weeks, and it's just like these next few weeks are critical for 3 people. Kevin Owens, Mustafa Ali, and Kofi Kingston to see who faces Bryan at Mania, and also to see what the other 2 guys are even going to do.
Is Sammy's on Raw still?
Sammy's hurt.
No, they announced that he'll be on Raw this week.
They did?
Yeah.
I guess I missed that.
They announced he's going to be on Raw, but I didn't know if he still was on Raw or not.
They said Kevin Owens was on Raw, and then he showed up on SmackDown. So
yeah, I'm confused. I don't
really believe any of that.
What the fuck's going on? What will I do with them? If nothing presents itself, I mean, this is probably like I'm gonna give you a scenario, but this is just my real honest opinion. If nothing presents itself, then they won't be on a fucking card. Like I'm not the guy that feels like they need to rush angles just to put people on the card. If there's nothing going on, let some other matches go a little bit longer, so it can be a little bit better. I don't feel like having or let the show be 4 fucking hours or 4 or 5 hours. I don't have to be 7, 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? So,
Or I got you another one. You ready?
yeah.
Here's how I'm booking it. You put Kofi in the match, just like I told you about that Baron and Dean shit. They don't need to be in the match. They can come out. So maybe have Eric Rowan come out. Try something.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens comes out, stops him. Then maybe we get Luke Harper or Bray Wyatt returning to also try to help Daniel Bryan. And then that's when you get Mustafa Ali come out and do something. And then this would be after somehow the New Day get taken out or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or get banned from ringside.
Yeah.
Because obviously Vince is going to do that. I think that's actually how it might work. Vince is going to give Kofi the match, but say, New Day, you're banned from ringside. So they can't come out or Kofi's going to lose. But he never said anything about Owens or Ali, who have kind of been rooting for Kofi. So maybe they'll help him if Rowan and whoever else gets involved.
Yeah.
That's how I would say. Because then they don't have to have a match. They're still on the card. Everybody's happy, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Right there.
And then the final segment of SmackDown, we have Mr. McMahon come out and announce that Kofi Kingston must win a gauntlet match next week against Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Rowan. Wow. What do you think about that? I think, again, we have another time we're going to hopefully get to see Kofi show off what he can do. Obviously, against Joe, Boat the Bar, Randy, and Rowan, he's gonna have a challenge because that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys he's got to face all in one night, beat all of them.
He's basically gonna be wrestling the whole show.
That's what I kind of hope they make it the whole show.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be a solid episode, just the whole show.
Yeah.
Because then they could kind of give a break to those other storylines that kind of feel like they're running into the ground a little bit.
Oh no, absolutely running into the ground.
Mania, it's okay to leave 1 week because then you still got 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's going to be another good week to show people what Kofi can do and make him a star and make people even more interested in seeing him in WrestleMania.
And that's really what it was really about. I feel like it's good for him. I feel like I'm glad that he's finally getting his just due.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be interesting. I'm kind of surprised that they throw him right back in the gauntlet right before Mania. But, you know, hey, makes sense.
Yeah. That's all for Raw and SmackDown. I had a couple more things, like random stuff we can get into.
Yeah.
All right. ACH made his debut at 31 years old.
I seen that.
He, along with Trevor Lee and Jonah Rock, among others, I know, what's his name? Stokely just got signed. Who else got signed with him? Robbie E just got signed. Punishment Martinez. Yeah, but Punishment's been around for a little bit. I was talking about the guy that just got signed. Stokely Hathaway and Robbie E. And there was another guy with them that Cal Bloom, I think is his name. Not too familiar with him, but the other guys, good signings. But yeah, ACH made his debut. So did Trevor Lee and Jonah Rock. So a lot of I forget what the name. Okay, yeah, the name they used was Albert Hardy Jr. is what he debuted as.
Yes, his real name.
Yeah, I know that. I was just wondering, do you think at all they will use ACH or will he be going by that?
I'm confused because normally when people debut and they lose when they debut, that means they're switching up their character, switching up their name. So it's a possibility, but
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I might have just ruined it because
I do like that.
Supposed to be
I like
for
that.
taping or whatever.
I like that.
Whatever. I like it. It's good to see him in. I mean, I'm really excited because I know he's been killing it for years. I got to see him wrestle in Philly so many times.
Wait, did I spoil some shit?
I did.
Oh, well, fuck it. I mean, it's like...
I did, basically.
Like, they spoil their own shit.
Well, I did because he was at... This was at a taping, so
Yeah,
whatever.
people-
But anyway,
yeah.
I won't spoil the actual spoilers of, because I'll spoil some shit from the tapings if people really want.
Oh, listen, we gotta
But
start.
I won't.
Hey, listen,
I will not.
We'll fucking do a spoiler
Listen,
pod, and if
I will
you don't want
not-
to hear it, don't listen to it.
I will not spoil anything as far as it comes to storylines
Yeah.
or future matches for an NXT takeover or anything like that. But it's ACH debuting. It was going to happen anyway, so
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, we're not gonna.
I don't think
we're
that's a spoiler.
We're not gonna use any clickbait or
But,
any hype beast to get our views up, but
What do you think about this whole Eminem thing? Did you hear anything about that?
yeah, I did.
And then now the Eminem spokesperson is denying was ever a deal. So basically, it was it Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful was reporting that he was going to do like the soundtrack for WWE 2K20 and then a future TV appearance, right?
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden, all hell broke loose, and everyone's denying anything has to do with it.
I mean, if he shows up to SmackDown, I mean, it's business. They want to do numbers. They need something, something a little bit more if they want to make those numbers that they want to get. They want to get 3 million, three something views and shit like that. So they're gonna have to do something. So I mean, I'm all for it.
I'm for it too. I mean, obviously, love Eminem. To see him on SmackDown or Raw would be so weird, though. It'd be so weird because I don't feel like he would do that. I feel like he wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
But whatever. At the end of the day, everybody's got a price.
everybody's.
That's $1 million man said. Everybody's got a price. Couple more news and notes here. We have Ring of Honor 17th anniversary show
Tonight.
from Las Vegas. Did I say Lost Vegas?
You did.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Couple matches I really want to talk about. We were talking about it off air before,
Yeah.
but Briscoes versus Villain Enterprises, Brody King and PCO.
Yeah,
The winners advance to face the tag team champions, Gorilla of Destiny, in a winner take all match. Originally, they were saying that the Briscoes were just going to be in that match, but now it is a winner take all.
how's that
If
work?
they win this first, what do you mean?
So how would they take
Take both?
the straps? What will they defend it over in New Japan also? Like how does
Absolutely. They have shows. I mean, the Briscoes. That's how this whole thing came because they had the that show. Was it Bound by Honor or was it the other show? Like they do shows with New Japan all the time. So hold on, I'm looking up something else popped up. It was really funny. Yeah, Bound by Honor was the last one I was watching. Oh, anyway, but no, they do joint shows all the time.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like it's more likely that the Briscoes are gonna win because they want to set up basically like how I feel like since New Japan does not have the Young Bucks anymore, their biggest like thing is the Bullet Club. So they want the Bullet Club tag team coming over to the U.S. to take on basically Ring of Honor's best tag team of all time, which would be the Briscoes. So it's kind of like that matchup of dream matchup for winner take alls. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But for me, that's why I kind of picked the Briscoes in this one because they have so much lineage that is something that can sell for a Madison Square Garden. I mean, they don't need to sell it anymore because it's already sold out. But
Yeah.
something that will just get so many more eyes on it as far as the pay-per-view audience. So for me, I feel like the Briscoes are going to take it, and they absolutely can have both of them and defend them elsewhere. Happens all the time. I mean, they had British Rev Pro and some other ones defended and another one defended at Wrestle Kingdom. So I don't know. I feel like it's
I'm all
fine.
for it.
The other one is Jay Lethal versus Matt Taven. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this because Matt Taven's been calling himself the self-proclaimed Ring of Honor Championship, spit on the ROH title. all
How do you
this
feel
crap.
about Matt Taven?
He's been in Ring of Honor for so long, been in the Kingdom, now leader of the Kingdom with TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marseglia, but I'm not a huge fan.
I'm not either.
He's grown on me, but I'm not a huge fan, so I hope Jay keeps it.
I'm sure they want to do Jay and Marty. I think that's the money.
I think Jay's a little bit more of a money matchup at MSG than Matt Taven. Not to say Matt Taven's not a good talent. He is a good talent. But you know when there's just certain people for whatever reason for you, it just doesn't click with you. That's just how Matt Taven is with me. I like him
Same.
more with the Kingdom than by himself and one-on-one. Because in their 6-man reign, I like them all together and they're dynamic. I like the old version of the Kingdom better with Adam Cole and Mike Bennett and him, but I'll take it. But I like him better in the 6-man than.
You know, some people are stars of groups, and then some people are just stars.
Well, I know that a lot of people do like Matt Taven, but me personally, I'm just not a fan. And that's not to discredit him to say he's not a tremendous worker, because the last match I watched of his, I was very impressed by.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
For me, just not my guy.
It's certain people.
The next match, my guys though.
It's certain people in ROH that people love. I just can't, like you just said.
See, for me, I love Silas Young. You probably wouldn't like Silas Young.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, a lot of people don't like Silas Young because he's the last true heel, as he calls himself. But I love Silas Young. So it's kind of like that. Like, certain people click, certain people don't.
Yeah, a lot of people like what the fuck his name is? Damn, I can't think of his name.
Don Castle?
Don Castle.
Oh, I love Don Castle. I know a lot of people do not. I love Don.
They don't really do anything for me. Like, I don't.
See,
you know what I mean?
that's what it is.
That's
why there's so much out there. So many different people. Like this, the other match we were talking about that I think is going to be the show stealer, and you think is going to be show stealer, is Bandito versus Roosh. I'm
a Bandito fan like a motherfucker. Dude. I heard of Roosh. So I'm interested.
Roosh is a fucking animal, dude.
I heard.
He's very, very intense.
Yeah.
Like, once he gets going, they call him El Toro Blanco.
Yeah. So I'm actually, I feel like, I'll say it on air. I think this is going to be the match of the night.
Could be.
I love me some villain. I can't wait to see who he fights at.
He's fighting Kenny tonight. Kenny King.
Oh, that's dope. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, Kenny's solid too. Former TV champ. Both of these guys.
Yeah.
But you mean at MSG?
It's his time.
That's
to be
what I was
the champ.
gonna go. I had that up. I said Marty to challenge for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Give it to him on the way out. What's he got left to do there?
Nobody else. You know, like, it's his time. Same thing with Paige. I hope Paige wins that championship.
Well, that's the other thing, because, I mean, Jay's done everything
he can do.
Everything. And he doesn't really need to keep the title.
And he had it for a while.
He's had it for a long time. He's had it.
All in. Well, before that.
Yeah, he's had it since June.
Yeah.
When he beat Taven and Cody and...
What's Flip up to? I haven't seen. I'm watching Ring of Honor tonight. I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to watch it. But
Flip?
Yeah, what's up with Flip? I haven't been able to watch it. Ring of Honor. Like I would like to. There's just so much shit going on. But is he on the card tonight somewhere?
He is not on the card tonight. The other matches I was going to get into is the television championship match should be pretty good as well. Jeff Cobb versus Shane Taylor, 2 big boys that can go.
I like Jeff.
That'll be good. Mayu Iwatani, I know you'll never be able to pronounce her name, taking on Kelly Klein for the Women of Honor Championship. That championship gets passed around a lot. I feel like everybody's had it except for Tennille Dashwood. Oh, sorry. Was that a shot at Tennille? It was not meant to be.
Kinda.
Because Sumi Sakai had it. She had it for a while, like from April to December. But then it's been passed around to Kelly and then Iwatani over the last couple months. I act like it's been around for so long, and I'm saying it's been passed around. It's really only been around for a year, and 3 people have had it, so I can't really say it's been passed around. 3 people have had it over the course of a year, so I should probably shut up on that. But, and then the last 2 matches will be Lifeblood, so Mark Haskins and Tracy Williams, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, are going to take on the remaining members of the Kingdom, TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marseglia. That should be really good. Hot Sauce and Mark Haskins, if you don't know who they are, go check them out. Really solid singles competitors. That's why I was kind of strange to see them join up in Lifeblood and all be together. But it works. I saw them in the last pay-per-view. They had Juice, Tracy, and Bandito defeated Dalton and the boys. So that was good. And then I think they had Tracy teamed with Bandito and all them. And they took on another... ragtag quartet, as I say. And then the last match, Jonathan Gresham versus Silas Young. As I ramble on and on, 2 awesome wrestlers, especially Jonathan Gresham in the Last True Heel. But that's tonight, if you guys want to check that out.
Show.
What else you got, Ace? Anything good? I think I'm done.
That's pretty much it. It was It's a quiet week.
Oh, check out the New Japan Cup too if you haven't.
I know. I'm gonna watch that. I actually.
I started catching up this morning. I don't want to talk about it because I haven't seen enough matches
Yeah,
yet.
but we're gonna do. I feel like we're gonna watch these things, and we're gonna do a Ring of Honor and a review as well as a New Japan Cup review. Can we do that?
Absolutely. All
right, let's
I would
try to
love
get
to do
that done.
because we got ROH with this show, then the MSG show coming up.
Yeah,
A New Japan Cup is going on, so
yeah,
there's a lot to talk about.
yeah. We're gonna get to it.
Brother, it has been a phenomenal show today. It's been great to be back. As always, check us out on Facebook, Wrestle Cave Podcast. Check us out on Instagram, Wrestle Cave. Check us out on the Twitter, Wrestle_Cave. While you head over to YouTube, since we're done here, you can go over to YouTube if you want more. We got a couple videos you could check out for the independent education as well as the 6-pack with myself. And if that's still not enough for you, let's say you don't want to hear more wrestling and you want to hear something else, you can go over and check out Trap.
Yeah.
Which is another podcast on our network that Ace does, which basically you guys talk about everything.
Yeah, we talk about everything.
Piss a lot of people off and talk about everything.
If you're sensitive, don't listen. You know what I mean? Just straight like that. Yeah.
But I mean, we got a whole bunch of shit. You should check it out.
Yeah, me and Casey, we're going live. Not today, probably another day because my kids fucked that up.
We're going to go live today, but the kids...
we went live, but it wasn't the way...
Threw us off.
Yeah, it wasn't the way we wanted to go live, but
But I will... That's why I subscribe to our YouTube because I will probably be going live for a couple episodes this week.
Yeah.
And I know Ace will be dropping another episode of Trap at some point.
And I'm going to say this promise right here, right now, because our schedules might not have us in the same room. We are a tag team, and we're not that tag team that like we can only do shit together. No, you're gonna get a Casey show a week. You're gonna get Trapped no matter what. Then we're gonna get together. We're gonna get this shit done. We're gonna get these reviews done. You're gonna get some type of content from Wrestle Cave Podcast. If it's Casey's shows, my shows, whatever the case may be,
and that's why
we're gonna always work.
That's why it's important to go over to the YouTube because let's say we don't drop a podcast.
Yeah,
we have YouTube exclusive stuff. So
yes, exactly.
If you don't check it out here, go over there.
Keep subscribing.
Stuff over there.
Keep subscribing.
Subscribe, like.
Yep.
There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
WrestleMania week. Announced. Ding ding ding. Breaking news. We will be. Are you coming with us to Impact?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. I know myself, Pat, and Mike will be at Impact United We Stand, which the main event is the Lucha Brothers taking on RVD and Sabu, as well as Joey Ryan will be taking on Tessa Blanchard because Eli Drake does not want to take on a woman. So Joey Ryan has signed up, and it will be my first time getting to see Joey Ryan wrestle. So all the fucking wrestling shows I've been to, I've never seen Joey Ryan. I've seen pretty much everyone, and the one person I feel like is Joey Ryan. I never saw Pentagon till this year. I saw him 3 times this year. Never saw Phoenix till this year. Saw him 3 times. Kenny Omega this year. But Joey fucking Ryan never got to see. So this year I'm breaking that bubble. I'm going to get to see him. But
let's get it, Kay.
What other shows are you going to?
Right now, everything's up.
You're hitting up a few I'm not going to.
So. I'm trying to do a couple.
Trying to spread it out.
Yeah, I'm just...
Evolve at 12 o'clock on Thursday. If anyone wants to go to New York and meet up with me at 12 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon to check out an Evolve show, hit me up. I'll be there. I was going to go to Joey Janela's spring break, but unfortunately I am not going to be able to make it to that, so I'm going to try to go to MLW Battle Riot, which I think will be on Friday night. So while other people will be at NXT TakeOver, which I am not spending that much money to go to, I'm probably going to head over to the MLW Battle Riot show. Wrestle Pro's got some shows, which... I just want to drop one more before we get out of here. 23rd of this month, March, head over to the Chamonix Creek Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah.
Hops and Headlocks, Wrestle Pro. Great stuff over there. I went and checked them out in November, October when they had one. Awesome stuff. But that's all I got left. Ace, you got anything?
For me, I'll make an announcement on the 29th. I have a court date on the 28th. Based on what happens in court on the 28th, I'll know what I'm going to do based on, the weekends, et cetera, et cetera. So... my WrestleMania weekend is up in the air. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is
we'll be there.
Casey's going to hold it down regardless of whatever happens. I will have an announcement on the 29th or the 28th, regardless of good or bad. But Pat will be there. Mike will be there. Yeah, man.
Mark Out Club, everybody.
Mark Out Club will be there. We actually are talking about doing something.
True Heels,
there. True Hills is up there. Yeah, man, it's lit. I would really, really hope to be there with you guys, but we'll see. And on that note,
We out.
we out.